Hello, friendos and randos. We're back with game 4 of the Singapore area finals now. We are gonna see two very notable players on stream now. We have Fabien, Chalice, Cheng again on the left this time, and we are also going to see Noel, Lim, very famed players on both sides of this table, currently X1, and this is gonna be one of the key games that you will need to win in order to guarantee the top card. 3-2 can still bubble in, but we do want to guarantee a 4-1 score by the end of Swiss 5 as much as possible. This is another blue-purple Luffy mirror, but this is two of the greats. This is a rematch from the Grand Asia Open, which happened 2 weeks ago. It is gonna be the very, very high-level blue-purple Luffy mirror here. Well, Last time at the Grand Asia Open, they were only playing for pride and glory and the trophy on the line. This time, they are playing for a slot at the Asia Finals. Now, both of these players will be going to Bangkok, Thailand for the Grand Asia Open finals next week, so they do still have a shot at Worlds even if they don't make it today. However, they are going to be playing for their right to go to the Asia finals directly from Singapore still. Now here's the dice roll. It is gonna be Noel losing the dice roll. Fabien chooses to go first. Noel unfortunately rolling a 4 on this dice roll. And now we are gonna see him going second here in the mirror. Of course, not what you want to see ideally. We just saw Fabien in the previous game getting a bit unfortunate with his top 5 searches and then losing as well after losing the dice roll. Noel, looking at the stream itself that we are currently watching, and there were quite a few technical difficulties for the stream today, but we are going to see if he can fix it later. So the stream is a little bit laggy, but please bear with it. We are still going to be able to see most of the gameplay. Thankfully, card games aren't fast-paced as something like esport, so you will be able to see most of the action still, and it won't be too hindered by this bit of lag. So Noel mulliganing, Fabien also mulliganing his starting hand. Let's see if he will be able to take this game now. Alright, both players setting up now, and it is gonna be Fabien going first, Noel going second here. Both players did choose to mulligan their starting hands. I do see gear second available for Noel on the going second curve. Both players immediately passing their 1 and 2 Dawn turns. Nothing much else to do here. Fabien is gonna go for a 6k swing into Noel's leader, which is taken here, and then Zorojuro comes down as well. Now, does Noel have a response? Does he have a Bond Clay or Zorojuro of his own? It does look like a 6k swing here, and then we are gonna see gear second brought to the front of the hand. Will that be the choice for the ramp this turn? We will see very shortly. So it is going to be the gear second, does ramp up to 5 Dawn. One more ramp puts him at his threshold for leader effect on the following turn. Zorojuro here on the side of Fabien, if he has something like God Tread, he will be able to ramp one more time. Of course, he would prefer to have something like Bond Clay into gear second, ramping him to 8 immediately. Here is the Zorojuro swinging 4k into leader, just getting that one active Dawn. Noel waving at the camera. He loves the fans. 1k counter from the 6k swing on leader, and then God Tread here putting Fabien to 7, leaving 2 Dawn open for a potential Thunder Bagua. Noel famously on stream said, #1 Thunder Bagua Respector. I don't think he will be swinging 6k into the Zorojuro this turn. What ramp option does he have available though? He is going to just God Shred this Zorojuro, ramp 1 active Dawn, go up to 8, and then we're gonna see him pass turn to Fabien, leaving 3 Dawn open on his own now. Now, Fabien on 9 Dawn already will be able to play a big body. Does go for a 7k swing into leader, and here is the Thunder Bagua from Noel. However, he is already at 8 Dawn, so it doesn't matter too much. Does see 8 cost category of the top 5. Think he's pretty happy to see that there. Might have a 9 cost Sanji in hand available. Does not look like it. However, 8 cost category on the top choosing what to take from his top 5 here. Does go for the Usohachi, and then actually sends the remaining cards to the bottom. I think he is looking for the 9-cost Sanji because does not have it yet. Already does have an 8-cost category in hand though. So 6k swing into leader, immediately blocked by the 8-cost category, and Noel sets his own 8-cost category on the board in response. Let's see if Fabien can drop a 9-cost Sanji here in response to build the board even further. It does get it off the leader effect. Does he have a big body off the top of his deck though? We'll find out very shortly. We are gonna see Fabien go for probably a 6 and 8k swing into leader, leaving one dot open, and then that 9-cost Lin here. It is the 6k swing, and then the following 8k swing. Will he go for the free block into a counter event or something like that? It is going to be a free block on the 6k swing. Katakuri about to turn sideways as well into either Noel's face or this 8-cost Katakuri. Most likely face. There it is. There is the Gum Gum Giant already discarding a Gravity Blade, and 9-cost Sanji into another 8-cost Katakuri from Fabien. So already in quite a commanding lead. Let's see if Noel can respond with a 9-cost Sanji of his own. If not, there is a 9-cost Lin in hand at least, so we'll be able to heal 1 life as well as have that ready. But Fabien having such a tall wall now, 2 8-cost categories, 8k attackers that also set themselves active at the end of the turn. It is going to be a 9-cost Sanji available for Noel here on the top 5, but is that going to be his play of choice? That is another question. So taking his time deciding what is the correct course of action here. 9-cost Lin is available still, so he can just use that as the play instead. No more Gum Gum Giant in hand for Noel right now though. Okay, back to Noel again, still choosing what to take. So does grab that 9-cost Sanji and sends the cards to the bottom. Top decks into 9-cost Lin here. Will Noel go for the 9-cost Lin, or is he gonna be a brave soldier, send the 9-cost Sanji blind, just like in the Grand Asia Open Finals, and land a God Thread? Or will he actually land it this time? We do know that he has 2 9-cost Lins in hand and 1 8-cost category on the board and 1 on the bottom of his deck, so may not have a very high hit rate here on this 9-cost Sanji. 6k swing from leader gets immediately blocked by this 8-cost category. We're gonna see his 8-cost category also turn sideways, which will be another block plus 1k, but is instead countered by a gear second into his face. There is gonna be the 9-cost Sanji blind. What is it gonna be? It is into another 9-cost Sanji. No, you can't do that. So very unfortunate. Tried the gamble there. Does hit a 9-cost, but is the one 9-cost that's not eligible for this play. So Noel not too happy with that. Just goes for the blind Sanji, trying to come back from the position of the 9 into 8-8 from Fabien. Fabien goes for a 6k swing here, countered out with a Born Clay. 1 non open for Noel. Does go for a block plus 1 on that 8k swing. Now another 8k swing into leader. Noel saying, okay, chill, wait a minute. 9k swing into leader again here. What will he do? He doesn't have a Gum Gum Giant available this time. Sorry, Fabien, taking back this 9k swing, we're thinking about it. Might be a 10k swing instead, trying to force Noel to the 0 life. Does make him go to 0. There is the 9-cost Lin from the side of Fabien. And there is the Gum Gum Giant for Noel. Puts the remaining 4 cards at the bottom of his deck. Fabien still at 3 life, still pretty happy with the situation. Noel does have 9-cost Lin and 8-cost category available in hand. Might be the 9-cost Lin to try and set himself back to 1 life again. 6k swing is immediately blocked by that 8-cost category again. Free block every turn. So powerful on the defense. And we are gonna see how Noel responds here. It is gonna be 1 Don look to be attached to his Sanji. It is a 10k swing into the 8-cost category. 3k counter immediately given to Noel. Noel not sure what is gonna be the play for him right now. 9 Don still available. If he does go for something like the Lin, won't have any Don open to counter. he did grab the Gum Giant, so he can use that, but he really needs to have some active Dawn remaining. Does have 8 cost Katakuri as an option, so he could use that. He might be going for a big swing again, 11k into the 8 cost Katakuri, but 4k counter from Fabien does protect it. And only 2 hand cards left from Fabien, but the board state difference is so huge. What can Noel do? He is going to send 2 cards to the bottom of his deck with the 5 cost Nami, and only 1 non-open here. What can he do? The board difference is so staggering. Gum Giant taken for Fabien, taking another 4k counter event to his hand. Noel unfortunately not able to get rid of any of the bodies on Fabien's board. If he could have at least gotten rid of the... Oh no, if he could have at least gotten rid of the 8-cost category, that may have helped. But there we go with the 4-cost Charlotte Pudding, sending Noel's hand back into his deck. Will he be able to draw that Gum Giant back after he painstakingly cycled his deck so many times? It's all for naught. He will be going to draw 5 cards here. Noel, looking at the stream already, wants to look at chat's response to this, immediately puts the Bandai TCG Plus app and scoops it up after the Charlotte Pudding here. He knows he's cooked, and a little bit of showmanship for the stream as well. Pulls out the phone, shows the scoop to the camera. What a play from Noel, pulling out the phone immediately. Such speed on the switch to the Bandai TCG app. Fantastic. This mirror somehow always manages to make me laugh. Even at the Grand Asia Open final, there's always some shenanigans when it comes to watching Noel on stream. Blind Sanji into Godthread, and now Blind Sanji into another 9-cost Sanji. This man is a showman true and true. Unfortunately, he will be losing this game, putting him at 2-2, meaning he does have to win the game and try to bubble in for a chance at the top cut. Unfortunately, will not be guaranteed that top cut slot for today's tournament. Well, that was a blue purple Luffy mirror for sure. We did see Noel try his very best to gamble that 9-cost Sanji, trying to get at least a little bit of tempo back. Even if he hit something like the 6-cost Sanji or 5-cost Nami, I think that would have been a decent tempo play. But unfortunately, hitting nothing is going to be a big L for him, and does lead to him losing the game in the end. That being said, it was a great game to watch still. We do see ways that you can try and claw back from negative positions in this matchup, and it is unfortunately going to be the case that Noel does not win this game. Fabien does go 3-1 into the final round, needs to win the last one to guarantee a spot into the Asia finals and the top cut of his tournament stay. That being said, friendos and randos, we are gonna go into game 5 in the next video, and I will see you guys again next time. Peace out.